Today we're going to be finishing the landscape with the clouds and the moon. So let's get started. All right, we have our landscape from yesterday looking pretty nice. And we're gonna put in some clouds. I'm using my phone to film, so I can't reference the clouds I saw the other day, but I'm happy to draw them up from my mind as best I can. What I usually do is start with the moon because I can always erase the moon lines when I do the clouds. So that the clouds are behind or in front of the moon. This moon I want to be really big because it's fantasy, so at least the whole page like this. Not sure, do I want it like it's already setting or that it's come up? I think we're gonna do up a little. So when you're drawing a circle, just make your pencil very light so that you can get the circle without having to perfect it the first time. Alternately, you can trace it or use a protractor, but I don't have one right now. So that's a little big. I kind of want this line to be down away from the top of the paper. So the top of the moon should really be here. And then I need to match my circle to that size. So that's probably good there. And so you see when you start to draw it more as a shading, more as a light pencil, you can get the shape of it a lot more easily. So then I'll just come in here with my terrible eraser and we'll get the outline together. Okay. It's pretty good. And then you can go in with a single line. One that's gonna be what you outline for the pen, with the pen later on. Now with your stronger line, you can erase more around it without losing the line. So I'm seeing there's kind of some edge. Just squiggle on this side, like it's not balanced. So just see about that later. Just take your time because, well, there's no rush. Where are you gonna be? This side needs to come in. That's fine. I did used to have a protractor, but I've moved so many times. I think it somehow got lost in the last move back to France. Okay, so we have a decent sized moon here. This is probably the biggest moon I've ever done. I'm gonna put some shading on it just to make it a little more textured because the moon does have texture. but you don't want it to be too intense because your clouds are going to come in here, and yeah, so that's that. Great, that's gorgeous. I love how big it is compared to the person. I'm tempted to put a little boat out here in the lake or the harbor, so maybe we'll do that later. So let's start the clouds. The clouds I saw the other night, they had a really interesting shape. It was like one up, towered up, and then another big one. So it was like a little S shape here. So let's just start. Get as many squigglies. The more squiggly you make it sort of sharp, the more it can sort of come out like that wood block. And I wouldn't be afraid to make it weird because clouds do have weird shapes. I'm a little heavy-handed right now, so I need to lighten up my stroke. Okay, it's not terrible. If it was the only cloud line I was doing, I'd probably not like it as much. But since we're gonna add more, seems fine. And well, the problem with this one is that now this assumes that the moon is now completely behind this cloud, which is fine, but I don't know, I worked pretty hard on this moon. I don't want it to be seen more. So what we could do is bring this cloud down. That's what I think I'll do. Yeah, so that the large one can actually be behind it like this. And now you have a really nice spatial expansion, I guess you might say, because you see that the moon is close and that there are indeed clouds behind it. That's fine. I don't really like this one. It's too similar to the first line. Maybe it goes just more. Okay. These are just cloud details. They're not full lines. And then let's erase this bottom of the moon so that we can see. So you see that my eraser is pretty bad because I didn't prep it, to be clear. So see how this now, when I erase over here, is clean. So there's no risk of having the pencil smudge, which if you smudge too hard will be impossible to get out. See, sort of like there. Okay, so you'll see that drawing with a heavy hand is really not in your best interest, especially in these types of landscapes when you're making it all up and you need not precision on the first go round, but the idea to be strong without it being laid down too heavily. So that's nice. I do like this actually. I'm gonna continue that out, but then it needs a little balance over here. Okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna continue this one because I want more shape kind of over here. It's getting a little, I don't know, lost in the moon maybe. Maybe we just need it to come back to the shape. That's the way. Okay, yeah, I like that. This is nice. This could probably come up a little more. Just hyping the drama cloud here. Right, these can go away. These little shading that I did, shadings. Okay, the thing that I don't like about the cloud shape right now is that it has no movement toward the side, and it needed to be like an S shape like this. So how am I gonna rectify that? Let's see. I'm gonna take this away because this cuts the S shape, and just make this one line again. So that's helpful. And then wonder if maybe we have, I don't know, more this way movement. That's not bad. And then maybe this whole line doesn't need to go away, but can just shape in. Okay, okay. Okay, that's good. Now we have more of like growth of the cloud, and you know, if you've seen the big clouds, that they do grow out of from each other, from themselves. Like they start to really billow out. This can go away as well. Maybe more. I mean, how far can we take it? Let's do that. Now, these could be behind, but I do want to be careful of keeping it simple. It's pretty mystical with the third line, but it's too busy. Maybe just this can come back down to here. Very, very busy with the clouds here, but it's okay. That has the upward movement, so I like that, but then we need to address this is too many lines. Not bad. I'm still not feeling the movement that I wanted though, which is that this curved sort of on itself, and I'm wondering if I should, after all, cut the moon a little bit more. So let's do this and see if maybe that's what we needed. It's getting crazy. Huh. Okay, cool. I'm just thinking this one's too straight up. It needs to go to the side as well. That's good. And maybe this one also. Ooh. Yep. Now this is interesting because the top of the moon here is showing. I do really like the cut of that line, but then which part is getting erased? This all would have to go away. And I don't know if I want to lose all that, so maybe we cut. It's tough because it looks really cool. This definitely needs to be seen out. Maybe if it goes this way. Ooh, okay, I like that. Let's see. Worth a try. I will be painting and chalking this after, so I'm not too worried about these deep lines, but if you are just trying to make a drawing, you might want to be even more careful than I'm being. I've always had a pretty heavy hand when I draw. Whoa, that looks so good. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, I love that. The clouds are super wild. This one especially here is really good. I don't know what's going on here. Which moon, where are we? Is this, let's see. That one's behind. This one's in front, I guess. Let's try. Ah, fuck it. I'll take it. Otherwise we'd have to change. Yeah, it's okay. It's a little weird, but I think it's nice. Okay, then the, let's see, kind of want to take this away. See if that looks better as a clean break there. No, I like a little bit of movement here. Cool. So that's awesome. The next thing I am looking at directly is, obviously this is bothering me because it's dark and I can't fully see the clearness of this cloud, and I'm wondering if I need something else down here, like just gonna be really light with it to see if that would be too busy if we did like another little cloud. I like it. I think it's cool. Okay, so now we go in a little heavier. This one maybe doesn't even need to touch, but it can. I like when they touch the horizon because it feels more mystical that way. That's too boring. So we can just go away. Tight. Okay, I like this a lot. This is cool. It gives a little more structure to this white space, although I do want to use more white space. Just as a rule, this one kind of was bothering me. Yeah, that's sick actually. So let's do this. Getting really busy now, so we can always come back and see this is too busy. But this might not be too busy if we come up here and just leave these as little structure lines. There we go. Right here. Okay, I like it, but it's a little busy. So maybe, what do we want to do? Let's take this away. It's fine. Maybe it doesn't touch, and that would give a more horizon line feel, which is also cool. Okay, it's happening. Looks realistic, this part, which I love. So I kind of want to leave it, but it is really busy. So how can I take down the busyness? Let's see if maybe, what if it was smaller? Okay, that's cool. I like that. These little lines are fine. They'll just get chalked. Tight. Okay, I want to add a little more of those so it's has some for now in the drawing. Nope, that needs to stay empty. Just make sure this is purposeful instead of just a mistake. Cool. Okay, tight. I like this a lot. It's mystical. Definitely got movement. This right here is kind of bothering me. I'm wondering if I should close the space, as in make the cloud really coming from behind the moon. Let's just see. Ah. Eraser, you thwart me. What if it was down here? It's getting very mystical. The more lines you put, that will tend to happen. I like that. I like that. The only thing is, do I want it closed or open? Like how far? Ooh, it's getting a little busy. It's getting a little busy. Okay, let's take it back. Just take it back. The open-ended line is fine, except when you're gonna, as long as you come in with the color, it's gonna be harder to know how to divide it, but that's okay too. I'm just playing here. This is too matchy, so it gets lost. Like the lines look all the same. You want to be careful of that because, well, they get lost. All right, I'm just gonna leave that. That's something I can work out with the chalk. I think it'll blend. It'll be fine. All right, cool. We have our clouds. They're weird, and that is right and just. And I really like this. I don't think I'm gonna put anything else down here. I mean, if we did a little boat, it would be tiny. It would be literally like a tall ship way out there. I don't know. Maybe. I love some pirate lore. I am reading Ship of Magic right now. I could be closer in, maybe. No, I'm gonna let's try. Let's just try a tall ship. Like here. And if you don't know how to draw a tall ship, you need to study up. Because they will come into your life. That's just an outline. I don't know, I think it's kind of messy with it in the harbor. I think it would need to be out here, but I want to make it like super small, like even like way smaller. Like you can barely see if it's a ship. So my tiny pencil needs to get tinier. I'm not sure if that's possible with this. Let's see. Honestly, might be our last legs to your pencil. So if I wanted it, I really want it to look like it's out, you know, out there. So just take a minute and imagine ships that I've seen way out on the horizon. Like you really don't even, you're getting like barely any, and it's just a blob. A little blob with a sail on it. I like it, it's fine. It's a little too mismatchy at the moment, but I don't hate it. I like that it's kind of like she's looking out to the ship and it's far away, so yeah, we'll leave it. That's cool. I like that. When I come in with the pen, I can do a little more shape, but yeah, like I said, it really, if it's way out, you really shouldn't see much shape. Amazing. Okay, we have our landscape. We have our mystery scene with our familiar and our warlock or witch, their house. Minimal path in this one, but kind of works. I really more wanted to focus on the clouds, and that has been accomplished. Alrighty, see you next time.